Oh, I
Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coins on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Traveling on the way, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash register ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on.
Facts.
100%.
What's good? What's good? Oh, I need the link.
Oh shit. What's good, everybody? Hold on one second. My bad. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot to do that. There you go. What's good, y'all? What's good? We're gonna get started here momentarily. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Everybody, make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come in over here on YouTube. Them likes really help us on the algorithm. Let's go ahead and get the word out. Y'all already know it's crunch time. The closer we get to November, it's crunch time. Like anybody that tapped in with us at this time last year is up crazy. If you tapped in with us around this time last year, you had instant gratification. I wish I had got that. Lucky asses. That's some timing immaculate.
Immaculate.
Y'all had some immaculate time. Imagine dumping 10, 20, 30,000 in of October of last year and the market ran up how it did in November. Talk about instant gratification. Like your team, your ancestors love you. Cause that's
Shout
crazy.
Shout out to y'all.
Y'all ain't even have to go through the struggle, gang.
I was just looking at XRP's chart. You still up like 400% from last October, fam.
The motherfucker be everybody always dipping it down back. I be looking at my damn ledger like what dip? Because my shit ain't dipped because I've been in it. Yeah. Well, getting in the DeFi class get me access to all the previous classes. What you mean? Like, it's one, you know what I'm saying? If you get into the DeFi class we got coming up, which is the rebalancing class, you just gonna get the rebalancing class. It's only one class.
Oh yeah, and for those that want to pay with crypto, for sure. Because I got a message earlier, somebody wants to pay with crypto. Yes, we take crypto. Why wouldn't we take crypto?
Yeah, you just got to hit us up. We just waiting because we use Stripe for our payment method thing. That's why I went on live yesterday when Square came out and said that they're using that they're adding Bitcoin to their payment methods. I was like, all right, Stripe, you on the clock? Like, we should be accepting crypto, of course. But if you want to do crypto, you just have to DM us because the payment thing that we use is not that we don't want to have it up there as an option. They don't offer it yet. So
Jokers is behind.
Previous recordings, yeah. So previous recordings you just have to purchase them. It's all the DeFi classes were recorded and they're on the should be in the link. We actually need to do a whole thing where we put all the DeFi classes. We actually need to organize that. Probably do that today.
Oh yeah.
19 cents to 297. We'll continue to buy. Hey, I'm telling you, what's good, everybody. So yeah, we'll get started. So we're gonna talk about why XRP matters because I know we kind of dialed back from talking about XRP. Just from fatigue, niggas tired. It's been a long time coming. Me and D been in the space for 5 years, so 5 years plus. Maybe D been in longer than me, but that's a long time to be talking about an asset. So yeah, this year I was like, I'm tired. Like I'm holding it. I'm not selling it, but I'm tired. But because I done chilled back from it, we're going to talk about why XRP matters, 5 key factors driving its value beyond price. Shout out to Cointelegraph. I feel like this article was right on time. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about State Street finds institutional investors doubling their digital asset exposure within 3 years. So we have an article on that. Then we have an article on Ripple expands into Bahrain. Am I saying this right? Bahrain? Bahrain. Because it's spelled BAHRAIN. Somebody gonna correct me. Send me a voice.
Yeah. Send the enunciation.
Y'all send me the enunciations. I'm like, listen, I'm a very smart individual, but I'm telling y'all, I did get extra help in reading in elementary school. Like I was in tutoring.
I think it's Baran. Yeah.
Bahrain. Okay, so this has never been my strong suit. It's crazy because I used to get A's and B's in English, but in my head, I know what it's saying. I just can't pronounce shit. I don't know what's wrong with me. Whatever. Who cares? Bahrain.
Okay.
Bahrain.
Thank you. CS Chicago.
Okay. All right. Bahrain. So Ripple expands into Bahrain and boosts for RLUSD. Appreciate y'all. The SEC filings reveals that ETH and Solana ETFs may include staking rewards. That's gonna be big. And then we got Arthur Hayes. So his Bitcoin 4-year cycle is now dead. Oh shit, Arthur, that's bold. Arthur said that, not me and D. That's Arthur Hayes. So don't come at us. Go at Arthur Hayes. I'm just reporting the news. That's all we doing. Me and D is reporting the news. I did not say that. Arthur Hayes said that. Then we got North Dakota. North Dakota to launch Rough Rider coin. So first U.S. state-backed stablecoin on what's this? Pfizer platform, whatever.
Pfizer. Yep.
Pfizer. Okay, and then we got city-backed stablecoin firm. I don't know. Bank BVNK. I don't know how to pronounce that. BVNK. As Wall Street warms to crypto. So yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, we got a couple things to go over today, y'all. So we're gonna get started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they run all the banks. Yeah. Facts.
Pfizer. That's where the Bucks play. The Milwaukee Bucks. They play at the Pfizer Forum. Yep.
For sure. So yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna go ahead and just start off hot with this why XRP matters article. Let's just go ahead and start with this one. Because it's cool to come across new projects. It's a lot of great projects. XRP, the XRPL, Ripple, they're not the only great like crypto asset or blockchain or whatever or technology. It is multiple winners out here. So I think a lot of creators lost sight of that and was like, because I like this technology, I gotta disregard this one and downplay this one now because I like this one. And it's like, why you can't like both? It's totally fine. So I think we lost sight, and I think a lot of people starting to forget why you were so convicted on XRP for however long you were. So I want to make sure people don't forget and don't lose sight of, because if you done came too far. If you've been holding XRP past 2024, you done came too far to give up now at this point. It's like, it is what it is. The money's been invested. The money's been in there. It's been sitting there for years. It's like, if it's a winner, great. You're going to be sitting real pretty. If it's a loser, okay, nigga, you put that money in 3, 4, 5 years ago. I mean, of course you've been dollar cost averaging, but I'm sure you put the big chunk of it in when you first got conviction a couple years ago. Like, who cares? It's a lost cause now. You know what I'm saying? All the money I put in XRP was throwaway money, literally. So if I lose in XRP, oh well, I don't give a fuck. Not gonna affect me too bad. I'm gonna be hurt because I pushed it, but it's like shit. All right.
If you go to zero, hey, we stood on the hill.
Yeah, like I'm totally fine with the risk that I took, but I know that's not gonna happen because I have documentation backing up why I was convicted and why I bought what I bought. So we're gonna definitely talk about this. Why XRP matters. 5 key factors driving its value beyond price. And I shout out to whoever said never give up. Who was that? Jay Bills, appreciate you. Yeah, never give up. It went with like y'all done the research, y'all seen the documentation, y'all seen the patents. Y'all see what's going on over here. Like, it's no need to be in denial now. You know what I'm saying? It's totally fine to go get into other shit and still hold XRP. It's totally fine, guys. Like, I honestly, what BlockNation should do is make a shirt with all the different ones on there with XRP, XLM, XDC, Quant, HBAR, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Metal, all of them. Have an AVAX and just put all of them on a shirt just to prove a point.
Might have to do a hoodie.
Might have to do a hoodie since it's about to be cold and put all of them on there.
That might be a
put everything on a Sui, as Zebec, yes. All of them on a hoodie just to prove a point that y'all do not have to pick teams. We are here to make money. These come on, gang. So yeah, why XRP matters. I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but I'm just sick of the tribalism in the space. It's so irritating. So irritating because then the reason why it irritates me is because then I get DMs and I'm getting messages and I'm getting phone calls. Like, well, they saying I need to get this because this technology is better than this. They're going to use this. And Swift said they're using Ethereum now. So do I need to move all my XRP into Ethereum? Like, I'm so sick of seeing that shit because y'all are misinformed and don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Gang, and I just so happy, and let me not like be too mean about it, because I was blessed that Kurt and me talk on the phone very frequently, and Kurt always get me back to where I need to be, because he'd be like, Ash, it's in the documentations. All the other stuff is great, but let's not forget documentation. That's what matters. You could have a great project, but this is what's documented. This is what they said that this is what they've been testing the last 10, 15 years. Not that this. Yeah, that's better, but they've been testing this and using this. This has already gone through the trial and error. So
it isn't that paperwork, y'all. It isn't that paperwork.
So you know what I'm saying? And not saying that they gave all the answers in the paperwork, because they didn't. That's why I said it's gonna be multiple winners. So, but what we banked on was, okay, this was I ain't gonna say 100%, but like Kurt said, this bitch like birth control is 99.999%. Like you said in that video, like it's like, nigga, it's almost like having the answer sheet and the test right beside you, and you just writing the answers down, nigga. Like, it was right there. The answers was right there. So let's revert back, because I think everybody need to dial back for a second, and let's talk about why XRP matters. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So let me pull it up right quick. Of course, my laptop didn't load up. Let me just get it off my phone. God damn. I don't know what's up with that. It's been doing that the last few days. Oh,
computers be putin'.
Telling you. Okay, here we go. So the main idea, so we have new eyes and ears every live, so some of the stuff is just gonna sound redundant, but I gotta go over it because I want stuff broken down, simplified, so new people can understand what's going on. So why XRP matters and 5 key factors. So what's the main idea here? So XRP, y'all know it's linked to Ripple ecosystem. So it has value not just because people trade it, but because of several real use aspects. So this article outlines 5 key factors. That, can you see my screen, D? Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay. So yeah, this article outlines 5 key factors that help explain why XRP might matter beyond being a speculative asset. So the 5 key factors explain very, very simply, because I broke it down and it's going to be simplified. Cross-border payments and remittances. So XRP can act as a bridge currency, helping move money between different currencies more quickly and cheaply. It can reduce the need for pre-funding, having to preload funds in different countries. That's pretty much what that means. So because of its speed, settling in seconds, and low fees is useful, especially in places where people often send money home, which is remittances. So use in loyalty, travel, and consumer programs. XRP is being adopted in loyalty programs and travel services, letting people use it for real stuff like vouchers and rewards. So this helps shift XRP from just being a tradable token to something people might use in everyday life. And then we have institutional adoption and treasuries. So big institutions, banks, and corporations are holding XRP in their reserves or using it in their operations for liquidity and settlement. So when institutions back it, that lends credibility and creates demand beyond just individual traders. And then we have technological strengths and upgrades. So the XRP ledger is fast with low transaction costs and scalable. It also continues to get upgrades. So new features, better controls, tokenization support that expand what it can do, not just payments, but NFTs, tokenized assets, and more. Its consensus mechanism is more energy efficient compared to blockchains based on mining. And then we have regulation and network effects. So legal clarity is very important. So this article notes that Ripple's long legal battle with the US SEC ended, giving more certainty around how XRP is treated. As more people, businesses, and platforms adopt XRP, its network effect grows. So more liquidity, more use cases, stronger ecosystem. But regulation is uneven globally, so clarity in every region matters. So the challenges that this article also mentions is XRP is competing with stablecoins. That's not true. This is misinformation. So I don't know why. I don't know who the author of this article is, but this is not true. But they saying that they're competing with stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, which may have advantages in regulation or backing. While many integrations and potential use cases exist, actual usage, which is transactions by users, is still lower than what it could be. And then we have some jurisdictions still have unclear and restrictive crypto laws, which could limit adoption in certain regions. So pretty much, like once we get regulatory clarity, XRP will be utilized. We just need regulatory clarity.
We need them jokers. We need them jokers to get their shit together. Just do what y'all got to do, and here we go. Off to the races. Thank you guys for the gifts, yo. Thank y'all for the gifts. Appreciate that. Appreciate
y'all. So yeah, just to kind of go over that so people can need that refresher. Should we buy and can we see a pullback?
Does anybody in here right now not understand? Don't like never heard of XRP? Be honest. Does anybody in here right now never heard of XRP? Like, put a 0 in the chat if you've never heard of XRP.
I think just about probably everybody in here has, but let's see.
Now, I just want to see something. I just want to see something. Everybody familiar with XRP? Okay.
Okay, so everybody, okay.
All right.
Okay, so that was just a quick refresher, just to let
over 200 people in here. That's why I asked.
Okay. So this next article we can go over. Let's talk about Arthur Hayes because he made a very bold statement. So Arthur Hayes said Bitcoin 4-year cycle is now dead. So Arthur out here saying some bold shit. So
Arthur, he always saying some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess if I got into Bitcoin in whatever 2010, 2011, I'll probably be talking hella shit too, right? So Arthur Hayes said, the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is up out of here. So basically, if y'all don't know who Arthur Hayes, he's the BitMEX co-founder. He says that Bitcoin is no longer driven by a 4-year halving cycle. Okay. He argues that the main driver now is global liquidity, how easy or tight money is in big economies like the United States, like China, right? So when the liquidity expands, rate cuts, quantitative easing, fiscal injections, Bitcoin tends to rise. When it tightens, Bitcoin struggles. What's different now is the United States liquidity boost. So the Treasury has funneled roughly 2.5 trillion into markets via the reverse repo drain and heavy T-bill issuance. The policy pivot is that the Fed is cutting rates, of course, despite sticky inflation. Futures imply high odds of more cuts this year. We said there'll probably be more cuts this year. The administration is signaling it's comfortable running hot to the juice growth and manage debt burdens. And China, over there in Beijing, they're loosening conditions and adding another stream of global liquidity. So his claim is the past bull run lineups with liquidity waves, not the halving clock, was 2013 when it was QE and China credit expansion, top when liquidity slowed down. 2017 when China credit growth and yuan dynamics, the boom faded as conditions tightened. And 20 to 2021, the pandemic era, the U.S. stimulus, QE, the constant printing, and the cycle cooled down as policy normalized, right? So the conclusion was that, follow the dollar yuan liquidity, not a rigid 4-year schedule. It kind of makes sense, right? So it matters because if liquidity is more than the halving, the macros most matter. Traders should track rate cuts, balance sheet moves, treasury cash flows, and China credit cycles rather than relying on post-halving bull lore. And the timing of everything. Liquidity can change quickly. Policy surprises can flip the liquidity tide and hit Bitcoin. And then institutional flow. So ETF inflows are now visible, right? And they can amplify liquidity-driven trends. So basically, he said it's over. Y'all got to watch how they move this money around.
Yeah, the halving stuff, it's a wrap. I that's what we've been trying to tell y'all. Like that old crypto, that shit is over. we're going into the new monetary system now. So all that stuff that y'all so used to historically and all that stuff is pretty much Dunsky for real, for real. We are going into a new monetary system, and yeah, so everything's gonna be looked at a little bit differently. Now y'all getting ready to see real world assets pop off and utility assets pop off. I don't know what's gonna happen with Bitcoin. Bitcoin will Bitcoin has a lot of money behind it. It's a lot of big names and people in it, so I wouldn't write it off easily. But we are going into the real world assets and utility assets because this technology is getting ready to be utilized. We're going into a whole new age of technology. We're going into Web3. We're going into AI. The world is going to be very different just in the next 2 to 3 years. In 2030, it's going to look like a totally different Earth. Like it's going to be totally different here.
Hey.
So yeah, the halving's over. That shit's it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Make sure y'all liking the live over there on YouTube too. I only see like about 40 likes. It's over 100 people over there. Make sure y'all
like the likes as y'all coming. Yeah, make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all like the live. So Arthur Hayes, that was pretty bold for him to say. I don't think he's wrong. So yeah, but other people may have a different opinion, and I'm open to hearing that as well.
I mean, time pretty much showed us about the 4-year cycle.
Yeah,
I mean, what you want to see.
Exactly. So let's circle back to Ripple real quick because I should have went right to this after we finished that XRP thing. Let's circle back to Ripple right quick. So Ripple expands into Bahrain and boosts for RLUSD. So Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin is central to its strategy of connecting tokenized assets with traditional payment systems. So yeah, let's talk about this real quick. So here's what's going on. So Ripple is partnering with Bahrain FinTech Bay, which is a big fintech hub in Bahrain. So through this partnership, Ripple will help bring blockchain tools and stablecoin infrastructure to Bahrain's regulated financial system. So Ripple already has a license from the Dubai regulator. So this is part of its broader push into the Middle East. So why? So what is RLUSD? Of course, y'all know that's Ripple stablecoin. So Ripple is using RLUSD as a bridge between tokenized assets and the traditional world of payments and banking. So by expanding into Bahrain under regulatory oversight, Ripple aims to make RLUSD more acceptable and usable by institutions there. So why this could be important, it strengthens Ripple's presence in the Gulf region, and it gives it more credibility in regulated markets. So for Bahrain, the move helps modernize its financial infrastructure, possibly enabling faster, cheaper cross-border payments, new digital asset services, and more innovation in fintech. So this kind of alignment with regulation reduces the friction and risk for banks and financial institutions to adopt crypto technologies. So yeah, they making moves in the Middle East. So Ripple said, yeah, we here.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So Bahrain is a major financial center in the Gulf, right? So they are very oil dependent, right? But they diversified over there. So while oil industry remains significant over there, the country's growing its non-oil sectors, including manufacturing, especially aluminum, logistics, and tourism. So they're leveraging free trade agreements and strong infrastructure. So if you never heard of Bahrain, fam, they in some shit. They in some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's a hefty move by Ripple. That was a heavy move. A lot of people sleeping on it, but soon as y'all saw Middle East or heard Middle East, y'all should have knew this was some big shit. You feel me? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money over there. I think people sleep on how much money over there. A lot of money over there, gang. A lot of money. So Ripple, that was a power move. And y'all get ready to see. I know y'all like, okay, well, the price didn't move. XRP still at da 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 da. Listen, these partnerships that Ripple have been doing and the way they've been moving, getting ready to make a whole lot of fucking sense as soon as they reset this goddamn system. It's almost like they rebooting the computer right now. And y'all gonna see and it's gonna be all at once. I'm telling you, people not gonna see XRP coming. And when Ripple IPOs, people gonna be wondering why is this the biggest IPO in history? Well, all these partnerships that we've been announcing and reporting on is going to show you why Ripple's going to have the biggest IPO in history. You feel me? So, yeah. So we can get to this North Dakota article right quick. So North Dakota to launch Rough Rider coin. So this is the first U.S. state-backed stablecoin on Pfizer's platform.
So if you didn't know who Pfizer is a financial technology company. They deal with a lot of institutions, and they deal with a lot of big shit. At Pfizer. I'm familiar with the company. So basically, North Dakota plans to launch the Rough Rider coin in 2026. The state of North Dakota is state-backed dollar peg stablecoin issued via the Bank of North Dakota (BND), and is built on Pfizer's digital asset platform and fully backed 1-to-1 by the U.S. dollar. So North Dakota banks and credit unions focus on interbank transfers, global payments, and merchant acceptance. So, like I said before, Pfizer is a major fintech processing They handle 90 billion transactions a year across 10,000 institutions. To give you some numbers, meaning real world payments scale and banks integrations are already in their wheelhouse. It's already there. So it just made sense for them to be working with, I guess, the Bank of North Dakota. I think I want to say, is it North Dakota or Wyoming? A lot of rich people there's a lot of rich people in North Dakota. Maybe y'all could tell me in the chat.
Shit, I assume so. I don't know why, but
probably right. Probably because it's the cut. They probably got different tax rules up there, all type of shit. I know they be in Wyoming, and North Dakota is over there somewhere. So basically, what Rough Rider coin, this shit called Rough Rider, Rough Rider coin is meant to do is make bank to bank, B2B and interbank settlement faster and cheaper, right? And enable near instant cross border and domestic payments with finality, and then provide a compliant bank grade stablecoin option that fits into existing cores and compliance workflows. Okay, so yeah. So it's Wyoming. Okay, yes, a lot of oil. Oh, it's a lot of oil in North Dakota. Okay, all right, that may make sense. So how it might work in practice is that the banks and the credit unions mint and redeem the Rough Rider coin against the dollar held in reserve, and the use cases are instant settlement between regional banks, treasury and cash management rails for local businesses and merchants, and then potentially cheaper cross-border vendor payments compared to legacy correspondent banking. So because it's on Pfizer's stack, integrations with bank cores, compliance, and reporting could be streamlined. So this is the whole stablecoin shit is, I'm not surprised because everybody's creating a stablecoin. Everybody, whether it's a state, whether it's a institution, whether it's a company, it don't even matter. Like I'm pretty sure anybody could create a stablecoin at this point, any entity. And this is important because it's first mover signal. The first U.S. state-backed stablecoin sets a precedent other states may copy, especially those with strong communities banking sectors. And then the public sector validation. So a state bank and top payment processors backing a stablecoin can accelerate mainstream acceptance among those traditional institutions, right? And then settlement efficiency, compliance, policy implications. So offering a stablecoin from the state alternative to federal CBD conversion is showing how the dollar token models can be delivered via existing banking infrastructure without issuing a new central bank digital currency. So I'm gonna watch for this. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. We're gonna see what they're gonna do over there in North Dakota for sure. I'm watching y'all, North Dakota. I gotta do some more research on North Dakota and see who up in there, or what country, or what companies are incorporated over there. That's what I'm gonna do.
There's some money over there. I know it is.
It's definitely. It
sounds like it is. For sure. So
what United States companies are incorporated in North Dakota? I'm about to dig into the X files for that one. So
okay. So this next article, we got city-backed stablecoin firm. How do you say this? Bank BVK? I don't know. BVNK. As Wall Street warms to crypto. So Citibank is very. I told y'all they haven't been keeping a secret this whole time. It's just a lot of y'all don't be paying attention, and we all are victims of this. We just go on the banking app or the website to check our bank accounts, and then that's it. We ain't looking at nothing else. City had all this shit on their website, white papers and all types of shit, showing and telling that they was involved in blockchain a long time ago. They been had the white papers and shit out. So yeah, let's get into it real quick. Let's see what Citibank got going on.
Shout out to Jamar. Shout out to Jamar.
Yeah, we got a new member over here on YouTube. My bad. Shout out to Jamar. Appreciate you, Gangy. Welcome. So yeah, let's get into Citi real quick. So what's going on? So Citi, which y'all know is a major bank, is investing in BVNK, which is a startup that builds infrastructure for stablecoins. So BVNK helps with things like converting between regular money and stablecoins and enabling fast global transfers using stablecoins. This is huge. So this move is part of a broader trend. So big financial institutions are increasingly entering the crypto and stablecoin space now that laws and regulations are becoming clearer. So now y'all see a big major bank just partnered with a firm that helps builds infrastructure for stablecoins. Are y'all putting that together? I don't think y'all understand how significant this is, and now you can understand how early you are. A major bank in America, Citibank, just linked up with a firm that builds the infrastructure for stablecoins. Let that sink in. Okay.
That's big shit. And that's big shit, fam.
Yes. So yes, big financial institutions are increasingly entering the crypto and stablecoin space because we got that stablecoin bill passed. So imagine what is going to happen when they pass that Clarity Act. So y'all see this happening now with stablecoin. So imagine when the Clarity Act get passed. That's why I'm saying remain patient. Know what's going on. This is why we do what we do every day. So y'all can understand day by day what's going on and what's transpiring as far as at least what they're showing us. So why this matters. So more legitimacy for stablecoins. When big banks back firms like BVNK, it gives credibility to stablecoins and could help them become part of mainstream financial systems. Better for cross-border payments. So with infrastructure like BVNKs, sending money between countries can be faster, cheaper, and more efficient using stablecoins as a bridge. And then banks evolve in roles. So banks are shifting instead of fighting or ignoring crypto. Many are preparing to use and even issue stablecoins themselves. For example, Citi has expressed interest in issuing its own stablecoin. They've been very vocal about that. And then growing market potential. So the stablecoin digital payment sector is projected to grow a lot in the coming years, and bank involvement suggests they see big opportunity. Trust me, Citibank ain't acquiring or linking up with them because it sounds good. They probably have already made the stablecoin. They've been working with them this whole time. They just now telling us. So yes. It is here. The shift is here. If you're in crypto, you made a very good decision for you, yourself, and your family. If you're here, you know what I'm saying? So sit tight. You know what I'm saying? Because we just at the tip, boy. We just scratching the surface right now. Y'all ain't seen shit yet.
Queen, this is the same Citibank that's one of the big four banks in America.
You are not purchasing the top. Yeah, this is one of the big banks in America. Somebody said I'm ready to buy in, but I'm afraid that I'm purchasing the top. My nigga, you are early. You are early. You better get you getting in at the perfect time, because if this year follows last year, the market went crazy in November. So you're getting in a dip. We're actually in a dip right now. You know what I'm saying? I know Bitcoin just went to all-time highs. What's Bitcoin sitting at right now?
Hold up.
Bitcoin's sitting at 120. Bitcoin's sitting at 120. Now I never say buy Bitcoin because it's a wrap for that, or Ethereum. They both high as hell. Hell, BNB high as hell too. But
119 now. It's at 119 and dip.
119. Yeah, dip. You're in a dip right now, though. Truthfully, you're in a dip right now. You're not buying the top. You're nowhere near the top. Not on utility assets, at least. Utility and real world assets, you're not at the top. They haven't started to really go yet because we're waiting on regulations. So getting in before regulations is the smartest thing you could do. If you wait until we get regulations, then you potentially buying the top. Now you're chasing green candles, but you're getting in before regulations, before it goes completely mainstream, before everybody jumps on it. You don't want to get in when everybody jumps on it. That's buying the top. You want to get in now while everybody's still like you. Am I buying the top? Is it time to get in? That's when you get in. You don't wait for everybody else. Hell no. We don't follow the crowd. You get in right now. You get in now. Yeah, don't be waiting for them people. Them people slow. Them people sheep. They just, they followers. They wait till some shit trendy and everybody talking about it to get in. Like, no, you get in now before Trump signs that Clarity Act. You better get in. Was once Trump signed, that's why I just went over this article. Citibank just linked with a stablecoin firm that builds stablecoin infrastructure.
All right.
Stable coins is getting ready to go. You just don't see it in crypto because it's a stable coin. It stays at a stable price. The Clarity Act is what gives digital assets clarity, and they know how to move. So you want to get in before Trump, and that bill, that's the one that's getting held back right now because of the shutdown. You know what I'm saying? That's the next bill he's getting ready to sign. So you want to get in before he signs the Clarity Act. So you are early. No, you ain't buying the top. That's nonsense. That's why we do what we do, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on. A lot of people don't understand. Shout out to T for emphasizing and reiterating this all the time. We need regulatory clarity.
Yo, can y'all get this out of here? Can y'all get this out of here?
Yo, is my mods in here? Do we have mods in here?
Can you make me a mod? I thought I was a mod, but I'm not a mod.
Hold on.
Crypto KB gone. All right. Thank you. That should just be crazy, man.
Add moderator.
If your job is to be a bot and just to like annoy people, go find a job, yo. Go find a job.
Okay. I just made you a moderator.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that's what's going on. So, all right, so next article. So we got SEC filing reveals ETH and Solana ETFs may include staking rewards. That is huge. Let's definitely talk about that real quick.
Okay, that's what it is. So, shout out to Mike. Shout out to you, Mike. Thank you for that incredible class last night. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all should have definitely got fed from the NFT class. Yeah, they learned how to mint last night. So,
yeah. So, oh my bad. I had to roll up top. Here we go. So you're talking about which article you got up? My bad.
SEC filings reveals ETH, the SEC one about ETH and Solana.
Okay. All right. So what happened was, oh shit. Can we come back to that one? Let's come back to that one. Okay. Go to the Senator Loomis one. You open that one? It was the last one I sent you.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So Senator Loomis plans for small tax Bitcoin payments. So Senator Cynthia Loomis, that's your people's, right, is drafting a tax rule that would make small Bitcoin purchases tax-free. It's called a de minimis exemption. So tiny transactions will require capital gains tracking. Proposed threshold is about $300 per purchase and up to $5,000 per year. The goal is to make paying for everyday stuff like coffee, groceries, movie tickets with Bitcoin practical again. And this goes back to my point from yesterday, because I'm about to play that video that I tried to play yesterday with Jack Dorsey. So let me pull this up. Let me pull this up for y'all. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it right here. Again, if you're on TikTok, go to YouTube if you want to see the screen. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Go to YouTube if you want to see the screen. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it from my phone, but I'm gonna play like the video so you guys could see him, talking as I'm playing it. All right.
Just other rock that goes up in value and sits there. It was originally designed to be peer-to-peer electronic cash, originally designed to be a third option to Visa and MasterCard and the banks. And if people aren't using it as everyday money and transactional, and instead it's just locked up in a bunch of companies and rich individuals, to me, it's failed. It really works when it has a chance of being another currency, another reserve currency, when people can use it without having to ask permission from Visa, MasterCard, and the banks, and that it's cheap and free and open. That's the internet that I grew up on. That's the internet that I love. And that's what's missing from the internet right now. Money is not decentralized. It's not open. It's not permissionless. And it affects every single business. It affects all the businesses that you're building because you have to pay credit card fees and you have to pay fees to the bank. With Bitcoin, you don't have to do that. Anyone who has a great idea that needs to transact money for it can use this open protocol called Bitcoin to use it. So, however, it's a very Western U.S. thing to look at the number going up and down in the U.S. and the company treasuries. If you go to the global South, if you go to Central America, South America, and Africa, they're not thinking about the number going up and down. They're thinking about using it to send money back to their family.
So, yeah, he's saying Bitcoin fails if we treat it like, digital gold. This is what Jack Dorsey said. But now you got Senator Loomis. Oh, let me stop sharing my screen. Now you got Senator Loomis talking about, we could unlock this for everyday payments and stuff like that. So how do we feel? How do we feel about that?
What about her pushing a tax break for small Bitcoin?
Yeah. For like everyday purchases. Do we think that this is like practical?
I think Senator Loomis be full of shit when she start talking about Bitcoin. Me personally.
So basically what this means is for taxes, it means you don't have to do paperwork for small amounts. Today, if you buy something with Bitcoin, you technically owe capital gains if your Bitcoin went up in value since you got it. That's paperwork headache for small purchases. So the exemption will remove that friction for small spends.
Yeah, they should definitely do that. Yeah, they need to do that.
Yeah.
She's not wrong on that one. But she do be full of shit. But this time she not. They need to do that.
So the supporters say it modernizes the tax rules and lets people actually use Bitcoin like money. But then the criticizers, like Elizabeth Warren, worry it could widen the tax gap, arguing crypto users already underpay billions and that similar transactions should have similar rules across finance. So, but then I just played Jack Dorsey saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit. So all these guys are like, they're all
Omar over here in the comments just made a good point. He said they're trying to make Bitcoin relevant, but it's too late for us to get in Bitcoin. Exactly. Like she's trying to bring Bitcoin into everyday payments, and it's not scalable. It's not built for that.
Yeah,
it can't handle that volume. So it's like that's why I be saying she full of shit. She making a good point, but at the same time, you full of shit because girl, we're not using that for everyday payments. Get the fuck out of here, slow ass shit.
Right. Joey said it's slow. LOL, there's no fees on Bitcoin. Spending $50 on fees with $25 in gas. Yeah.
That's why I be saying Loomis be misleading when she do this, when she start on her little Bitcoin spiel. Like, girl, focus on getting everybody in their goddamn office so we can get this bill passed during this goddamn shutdown. Truthfully, I don't care. Y'all just had a whole month vacation in August. I don't give two shits about a shutdown. Y'all need to get in here and get this goddamn law passed, and Trump need to bring his stupid ass to that motherfucking Oval Office and sign that goddamn bill. That's what she need to be talking about. For real. But yeah, we can pass this tax, and it shouldn't just be for Bitcoin. It should be for crypto assets that's actually stable coins that's actually going to be used for everyday payments. We're not using Bitcoin for everyday payments. It's not happening. It doesn't work. That's just not Bitcoin's use case. So let's stay on. But she be getting off task too much for me. That's why I be trolling her on X, because she get off task too much for me. Like, bitch, stay focused, because you know what I'm saying. Here you go on that bullshit. That's that shit. That's that oath they be signing. She got to be on that bullshit.
Don't go too deep.
Loomis be on that bullshit. So you ready for this SEC article real quick?
The other article. Yeah. I got you. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate the gifts, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We have 67,000 likes over there on TikTok. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100.
While you getting that, I'm gonna do this State Street article.
I got it.
Right.
So ETH and SOL ETFs may include staking. So Bitwise and 21 Shares updated their S1 filings to say that Ethereum and Solana ETFs could stake the assets they hold. If the SEC approves it, these ETFs could earn staking rewards inside the fund. This would be a first for U.S. crypto ETFs, which have so far been passive holders only. So what staking an ETF means, it means that the fund would delegate Ethereum and Solana to validators to help secure this network and earn rewards. So after the fund fees, right, the net yield could offset, and even exceed the fees, depending on how rewards are handled, right? And the typical on-chain yields right now are Ethereum is about 3 to 4% APY, and Solana about 7 to 8% APY. This is a big deal is because new competition, right? The ETFs could compete on a net yield, not just fees and liquidity. Access to on-chain economics. Investors get staking benefits in a regulated wrapper without running validators or managing keys. So investors get the benefit of it. And the policy. So including the language suggests that the SEC is at least considering staking inside registered funds, right? It's not approved yet. It's amended S1 shows intent. The SEC must still sign off. And then the operational questions are who runs the validators? How do they mitigate slashing? Will rewards be paid out as distributors or reinvested into NAV? And any effect on daily liquidity. So basically what to watch for next is the SEC comments on any approvals, the final perspectives details on reward distribution, fees, custody, and risk controls, and whether issuers like BlackRock and Fidelity add similar staking language. And then the market reaction just overall. So Ethereum, Solana, let's get these rewards, right? DeFi. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's staking rewards. That's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge. That's what they scared of right there. That's how they all gonna end up working together. Everybody, the bank's gonna end up. That's why the banks are already doing it. That's why J.P. Morgan Chase, PNC, they teamed up with Coinbase because they know they're gonna have to stay relevant because people want them staking rewards. People already been introduced to it. You can't be a bank and be like, okay, well, we'll give y'all 1.5%, and then nigga USDC, I can get 10% on Coinbase. So they're gonna have to link together. That's why they're doing it. Like we see what's going on here. We see what's going on. Let's see if this if this get passed. If this get passed, it's gonna tell us what we need to know. It's gonna tell us what we need to know. But no, that's a big deal right there. That's a big deal. This next article. So we got State Street. So State Street finds institutional investors doubling their digital asset exposure within 3 years. Yes, let's talk about this real quick.
State Street.
Yes. So y'all know that this is a financial services company. So they did a survey and research into how big investors are thinking about digital assets. So y'all got to pay attention to this because these are the people with money. We always tell y'all follow the money. So these are the big investors. You know what I'm saying? So listen up right here. So this headline is claiming that many institutional investors expect their exposure in digital assets to double over the next 3 years. So so here's the digital asset. So there's not just cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but also tokenized real world assets. So like bonds, private equity, real estate represented on a blockchain being made more tradable. So over half of the institutions surveyed believe that by 2030, about 10 to 24% of their portfolios might be in tokenized assets. And they probably lowballing that number. But they're saying that 10 to 24% of their portfolios might be in tokenized assets. So the reasons are because of greater transparency, better data, because blockchain is more transparent, and it helps with audibility, and then operational efficiency, so faster settlement, lower costs, and then regulatory clarity is improving, making institutions more comfortable entering this space. So they're knowing institutions are coming to the space. We're getting institutional money. We're just waiting on the fucking Clarity Act. So the study also notes that many institutions already have dedicated digital asset units or teams. So institutions already on it. They already know what time it is. They already know that they need to get involved in digital assets, and they over there working. They're already working on it. So this matters because it signals a shift. That is the shift we are going through right now. Digital assets are increasingly viewed not just as speculative or fringe, but as something many big financial players are planning to adopt more seriously. And as institutions put more money into digital assets or tokenized assets, that could bring more stability, legitimacy, and infrastructure. To the crypto and blockchain space. It can make markets for tokenized real world assets more liquid and accessible to more investors. So basically, people with money, the rich, wealthy people, are saying that they know majority. Yeah, I'm fuck that 10 to 24%. That sounds good for the bullshit. They're saying majority of their portfolio is going to be tokenized and it's going to be digital assets. They putting the word out. They're moving around, and it's not just Bitcoin. And I'm so glad that was emphasized. It's not just Bitcoin. They're saying, yeah, majority of our portfolio getting ready to be digital assets, not stocks. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tokenized stocks.
And it's
yeah, that's what they're
moving.
This is
State Street. This is State Street.
This is State Street. Please do your homework on State Street immediately.
State Street be handling y'all portfolios. You know what I'm saying? State Street be handling. Don't State Street be handling y'all 401ks and TSPs and all that type of shit?
Do your homework on State Street if you're not informed.
Mm-hmm.
So they sit here telling you that their wealthy clients are getting in digital assets. They said it in somewhere. So they're trying to put it in a way where it's like, we're going to gamble on it a little bit, maybe 10, 24%, making it seem like it's just some little. No, they like, nah, get all my shit out of this these bullshit ass stocks. I'm sick of this 5 and 10%. Let me get in these digital assets before Trump signed this Clarity Act so I can get these 1,000 and 1,000% or even more percent gains. Fuck this 5 to 10% a year. I don't want this shit no more. They over here in crypto making 1,000% and shit. Niggas up 400% from last year. It ain't even been a full year yet. Niggas up 400%. I only made 10% last year. These motherfuckers got an XRP in October and they up 400%. I'm going over there. What the hell I'm doing over here? I want to make 5 or 10%.
Talk.
That's where the money at. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. Everybody's in the part like, oh, that's where the money going. I'm going to the rich folks party. Fuck that 5-10% stock talk, they be all that stock market shit. That's cool.
He said that's cool. That's cool.
But I'm just saying here and told you, people who got an XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, all these people got in these real world assets, got an AVAX and all SUI, they all up 400, 500, 600%. In total, I'm up 1,100% right now, and we're in a dip.
Talk your shit, fam. Talk your shit.
So yes, all the rich people are calling State Street. Why is digital assets not in my portfolio? They're not missing this. They're not missing this run up this time. They're not gonna miss this one that's coming up. This one coming up probably gonna be bigger than last year. And niggas want to sit here and talk to me about stocks and safer. It's too volatile over there. Shut your dumb ass up. Y'all ain't read enough documents to talk to me. You ain't read enough documents to talk about volatility. Shut up. You ain't read nothing past the video. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about it. I don't. Sorry. I don't want to hear about it. Cool. You in stocks, cool. Get your 5-10%. But you can also come over here and get 400.
I didn't
turn
get
up 5-10%. We want all the money. We getting everything. Get your 5 and 10% and get your 400.
Yeah. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that 5 to 10%.
Take the 5 to 10%. But I'm gonna take this 400 too. Let me get it. Let me get it.
Timing is everything, fam. Timing is everything.
I'm telling you.
You know, say you got that Boondocks energy. You got that Huey energy.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. Somebody said something about Boondocks. As somebody said something about Boondocks.
Hell yeah. Wow.
I got that Boondocks energy. Not playing.
You can't
Not
fuck
playing,
with it, yo. You had to pay what you owe, fam. You had to pay what you owe.
With me.
Oh, for y'all on YouTube, she got the Boondocks floor mat.
Oh my bad, yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able to see it over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, not playing. Definitely on Boondocks energy type time. Feel me?
Yeah.
Tight shit. You feel me?
Cause who that? That's Riley. That's Riley, right? I think that's Riley.
I thought it was.
I think that's Riley. Huey the Joker with the fro. Huey with the fro, right? I think
So.
I ain't watching in a while, but I think that's Riley.
I just know I be on his energy. I be on his tight time. So I forgot. So yeah. Oh yeah, y'all can see my beautiful clean floors. You feel me? Riley with the braids. Yeah, Riley. Yeah, he did. No, for sure. So yeah, y'all don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. That's why shout out to whoever asked. If I'm buying right now, am I buying the top? No, you're buying the bottom. You're buying the bottom compared to where we're going. You're buying the bottom. Don't fuck this up. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. Make sure y'all get it in DeFi. Okay, make sure y'all are getting in DeFi. We know a run up is coming. This is the best time to be getting in DeFi. Tax season is coming. You're gonna have extra funds. Get in DeFi. But in order for you, when you get in DeFi, it's one thing to get into some protocols, looking up to get into some liquidity pools. But you have to know how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio. If you don't know how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio, you're not going to be successful in DeFi. So you want to make sure you're getting. We're doing a masterclass now. We so tapped in, and I'm so into the people because I want everybody. Because I hate when I run into people and they tell me they got to work 2 jobs and 3 jobs. I hate that for y'all. I hate that y'all have to do that. So let's work smart. Rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. Once you learn how to do that, nigga, the sky's the limit for you in DeFi. So make sure you take advantage of this DeFi class. So we're doing a DeFi class, a master class. It's going to be a 2-day class. What we're going to be doing is going to be advanced strategies on learning how to set delta ranges and rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. So you're going to learn how to protect against market volatility, optimize yield, and actively manage exposure using delta ranges and algorithmic rebalancing tools. Cecil, as he's always thorough, he always goes in depth, step by step, to show y'all how to do this. So y'all already know the rebalancing is going to be thorough. He's going to break it down step by step so that everybody can understand. If you learn how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio, you can go far, gang. Now your money's working for you. I don't care if you start off with $20. Your money is working for you. You feel me? So once you learn about rebalancing, now you're in a much better position in DeFi. Now you're more comfortable. And you learned a skill before the masses figured it out. This is a glitch in the matrix. So make sure you take advantage of this. This course we're doing for $150. If you go look up other courses, you can check GPT or whatever. A rebalancing course in DeFi is between $700 to $1,500 is what most people are selling this type of course for. And the reason why it's so expensive is because once you learn how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio, you kind of sort of don't need us no more. I'm gonna just put it out there. You kind of don't. If you learn how to rebalance, now you can stay because it's like, okay, I want to learn about some other pools or it's other skill sets, but rebalancing is like the bigger part of this. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So learning how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio just puts you in the game. You in the starting 5. You ain't coming off the bench. You a starter. So take advantage of the masterclass, rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. I strongly suggest learning about DeFi. That has to be a part of your strategy as this market continues to rise. It's no more, I'm selling at $5. Like, that's stupid. I'm selling at $10. So that's stupid. Oh, I don't want to learn about DeFi because it's not regulated. That's stupid. It's going to get regulated. The whole reason the banks are in TradeFi is even getting involved in crypto and digital assets is because of DeFi, because they want the yield. They're not coming because they just want to say, oh, we got 500,000 XRP tokens at our institution. They're not getting in because they want to hold crypto. They getting in because they want to earn yield. So for the first time, you get to really control your bank account. You can control you're a bank. You actually get to control your finances. You actually get to operate like them. You're in the game. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of y'all ain't realized what y'all signed up for when y'all got in crypto, but you're in the game now. So you might as well play to win. because you in the game now. So for the first time, you get some type of control over your money.
If you win the game, ain't the object of the game is to win the game, get to the championship game, so you can win the championship.
Exactly.
Hold up the trophy. You know what I mean?
So where can we get the schedule of the DeFi classes? It's not really a schedule. We just randomly do DeFi classes, but we do have recordings of all the DeFi classes we've done. The link is in my bio, so we do have the recordings. This class will be on October 27th at 7:30 p.m. It's a 2-day class.
If you're in the Patreon, if you're in the DeFi Patreon that we have, you get this class half off, man.
Yeah, if you're in the Patreon, you get it half off. The coupon is in there. Matter of fact, do you want to repost it? We'll repost every day. I'm gonna repost the masterclass link in the Telegram. But yeah, make sure y'all get in there. This is the early bird. So the early bird ends on Monday. So it's 150. It'll be 175 after Monday. But you want to master this because this is just setting you up for passive income. You can have multiple streams of income gain, literally off of your money. So yes, y'all gonna learn a lot in that class. Cecil's thorough. I'm excited for it. Me and D gonna be learning from that class too. So this is we go further together. You know what I'm saying? This is easily information that could have been gatekept. We could have never shared this. We could have just been telling y'all to just buy this crypto and buy that crypto. But we like, nah, did you know your assets could be working for you? They actually just don't have to sit in the cold wallet. You can have your assets working for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this is the part that people can't grasp. This is the part where people got to put the elbow grease in, rebalancing. So we try to simplify this as much as possible for people that just want to get straight to the point. You feel me? So make sure y'all get in that class. If you in a Patreon, again, you get it half off. Right now we got an early bird until Monday. It's gonna be 150. After that, it'll be 175 after Monday. So make sure y'all get in. You feel me? We ain't gatekeep the information. We didn't overprice it. I know some of y'all like 150. This is a $700 to $1,500 course. I'm going to emphasize it every live because I don't want to hear it. We could have easily said, okay, 300, 400, 500. This is a $700 to $1,500 course. Yep. Okay, so we're doing it for max 175 if you can't get the early bird. So I still feel like that's fair. That's more than fair. We you know what I'm saying? We probably short selling ourselves, but it ain't about that. I want everybody to be able, this is obtainable information. I want everybody to be able to obtain it. So take advantage of this, y'all, and take advantage of being early. You'll be surprised how many people you're going to be teaching and charging for this information in the coming months because you learned it early and figured it out early. And on top of that, if you learn how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio now, by the time you get your taxes in the next, 3 to 4 months, you'll know where to put a percentage of your tax return so some of your tax money can be working for you. Y'all do the same shit every year. And I know I said this yesterday, but I'm going to emphasize it again because my mama said that was some real shit. Y'all get y'all tax, because my mama said she was a victim of it. She wish she had knew about something like this. She said she would have never been taking me to Myrtle Beach and all this shit. That money would have been going somewhere else. Y'all tax return, y'all either save it for a vacation, y'all use it to catch up on bills, or y'all spend it on clothes and shoes and food. It's one of the three, and y'all do the same cycle every year. But think about, had you knew about DeFi and that you could have been putting your money to work and your money could have been compounding interest for you and making money for you, you would be so far ahead in life right now because you would have had a whole nother income stream coming in. That's so like everybody's complaining about money. Everybody's complaining about inflation. The whole, you cannot budget your way out of this. You have to figure out how to make more money. This is a easier, more to me. You could let's be for real. If I work 8 hours this morning, I work from 7 to 3, and I had to get off, and I only had an hour and a half, and I got to go to another job after that. I don't want to live like that. No, and some people are living that on their day to day. But if I can free myself from that, and all I got to do is learn how to master this, and then that way, when I get my tax return, because really, when you work your second job, you're only working for the 6 hours. I'm sure that check ain't but between $500 to $800. You can make that in DeFi. In your sleep. Now you out of that. Now you get to get off and have your life back. Now you get your time back.
Tell them what we're gonna do next Wednesday, because our next call is next Wednesday. Our next weekly call that we do for the Patreon DeFi is next Wednesday. Tell them what we're gonna do.
So next Wednesday, I'm gonna go ahead and start the $50 challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna figure out which pool you know, it's probably the safest because I want to do a safer pool, not a high risk one. We're gonna start the $50 challenge. We're gonna start it on the call because I want everybody to get in with us. That's in the Patreon. This is why you need to get in the Patreon. That way, we holding hands virtually. We're gonna get in this $50 pool together, and we're gonna hold hands. And when it's time to rebalance, when it's time to get change ranges and all delta ranges, set delta ranges, we're gonna tell y'all every step we take in the Patreon. So nobody can sit here and say they didn't have help. You know what I'm saying? The videos wasn't enough. We're going to be holding hands virtually, and we're gonna do it together as a unit. Cause I don't want no excuses. I'm sick of hearing the complaining. I think we all hear it from family members, friends. Hell, you could just be in Walmart listening to people complain. I was in Walmart. I can't even shop in peace without hearing people complain. I get it. We inflation. We know this, y'all. Motherfuckers complaining because pepper costs $8.97. Well, nigga, what you do? Like, okay.
What's the remedy to that, Queen? What's the remedy?
What?
What's the remedy to people complaining?
Make more money. Make more money.
There you go.
It is what it is, because this is my whole thing. Y'all spent y'all time and energy protesting Target over DEI when y'all should have been protesting your motherfucking jobs for not increasing your wages to keep up with inflation. But instead, y'all wanted to be mad at Target over DEI instead of being mad at the job that didn't increase your wages to keep up with inflation. So I don't want to hear that shit. So other than that, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing about the jobs and these companies not paying y'all enough money, I don't want to hear shit other than I need to figure out how to make more money since my job, you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting paid enough. So the only solution here is to make more money. You cannot budget your way to out of poverty in this economy. It's not gonna happen. You cannot cancel a Netflix subscription. You cannot cancel going to get some coffee in the morning. You can't. You're not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Cutting little $10, $20 subscriptions is not fin to help you. It's not. You need to figure out how to make more money. So.
That's a fact.
This is literally a glitch in the matrix. Like, I can't emphasize it enough, but that's what we're gonna show y'all. And then moving forward, even on the lives, because I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. We're gonna start doing live streams, and I'm gonna have in the background. I'm gonna have a pool in the background with my money showing y'all on the screen, going up in the pool. And I'm sitting here just talking to y'all on live. So it ain't gonna be no excuses. So like, I really don't want to hear it. Let's work smart, not hard. A lot of y'all take pride in all that. I'm a hard worker. I work hard. Okay, I work smart. So, and I enjoy my life and I have fun. That sounds better to me, other than working hard and being tired all the damn time. That shit is terrible. So let's be smart out here, y'all.
You could work hard, but there's just certain variables you cannot control in life. But the one you can control is, you know, upping your skill sets. You know what I'm saying? Upskilling and reskilling so you can, you know, just stay ahead.
Shout out to Steven with the super chat. He said mad at DEI but not mad at PAY. I like that. Shout out to Steven for the super chat. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for the gifts, y'all. Thank you guys for the gifts. Appreciate y'all. We had 90K. We had 90K likes.
Damn, y'all thought we was gonna get to 100. What we doing? We're gonna
get to 100. Can we get to 100 in the next 5 minutes? It's enough in here. It's enough people in here. Appreciate everybody that's been double tapping the screen, sharing the live throughout the entire live. You know, we harp ourselves on, you know, just providing as much value as possible, even if we don't know the answers. That's why we bring in professionals. That's why we done classes with DeFi King, Aquaman, my dude Mike that did the NFT class yesterday. Anybody that doesn't know what we don't know, Cecil for sure. Anybody that doesn't know what we know, we're gonna bring them in. And we're gonna continue to do that. Shout out to everybody.
Fact. So yeah, y'all want to make sure y'all get in the Patreon gang. The class is gonna be the rebalancing class is going to be October 27th and 28th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So you want to make sure you get in that class. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of show y'all the Patreon a little bit. Just the videos that's been uploaded, some of the information that's been uploaded that y'all will have access to when you get in the Patreon. I know somebody earlier said they just joined. They've been up since 3 a.m. soaking in all this knowledge, so catching up and everything. So yeah, we going crazy. Like, You know, I'm not a gatekeeper. If it's a way, it's enough money out here for everybody. There's no need for everybody to, you know what I'm saying, to be a hater. But you know, just so y'all can see what's going on. But MetalX, you know, I know we got Coinbase, USDC in here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Y'all
y'all.
gonna have to put the work in. Y'all gonna have to put the elbow grease in, fam. Like if you want to change your situation, like just think about it. Just think about it. You know, we made it easy for you to look up this stuff, to, you know, do better research and stuff like that. Imagine just being alone. And some of y'all have gone through the journey of just being alone, just looking at all this shit, trying to decipher it, yo. We making it very simple for you. Here's a video. Watch the video. Watch the video again. Watch the video again. Sometimes you may need to watch the video 5-10 times. What do you think we was doing?
Yep.
To understand what even ISO 222 is. Go back to the beginning on when, you know, you first learned about crypto. This is that point when you didn't know what Bitcoin was, when you didn't know what Ethereum was, XRP, when you didn't know what nothing was. And you had to watch a video and you had to look at document after document. Same thing. You're gonna have to reach a higher chamber in your mental to get to the next stage, fam. That's all.
Sure. Somebody said, when you say holding hands, does that mean you will be by video, or are you gonna send email alerts? So we're gonna do it. We're gonna start off on the call, and then you'll get alerts in the chat on the Patreon. That's what the Patreon. Everybody should have the Patreon app on their phone. Everybody, if you don't have the app, you need to download the app on your phone, the Patreon app, and we'll be in the chat.
Hey, we over 100K.
All right, bet. So yeah, appreciate y'all. So yeah, other than that, y'all, yeah, make sure y'all get in that class. The link for that is in the description as well as in the bio. Just check out our link tree. You got all the DeFi classes, the DeFi class we got coming up, the Patreon link, Telegram link. It's all in the link tree. And it's also in the description over here on YouTube. So other than that, y'all, we'll be back on at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see y'all in this evening. All right, y'all.